Hello and welcome to another video on our multiplayer course. In this video, we'll continue making our end-screen content. And in this video, we'll permit the player to choose a new tank when he travels to the lobby after finishing a game, and also implement this after the player death. Before we start with this, let me just make some changes. Here, go to the player controller, and here instead of making this boolean, we need to delete this boolean here. Also, this boolean here is choosing a new map, also delete it. Here also, first compile and then delete this is choosing new map. Instead of this, we need to check if we are in the lobby level first. So here, get current level name, and here need to check if it is equal to, first let's change it to a name, then we check if it is equal to the lobby level name. And here let me make a new variable with the name, and let's get the lobby level name. We need the name to be exactly the same, nothing changed. Lobby map. I think I made a structure for this. Let me check. Structures, well, no, there is no structure. Well, it is better to make a structure for the map names, better. Enum also we did not make, so if you want to make it you can, but for me I'll not make it. I will make the variable here. Let's call it lobby level name. And here let's put it here and paste it. Now branch, now if it is the lobby level, so if it is not the lobby level, we should disable the mouse cursor, and the control should be only game only. But if it is the lobby level, we need to check if the UI, this UI is active. So let's, before we check, let's format this to a variable. Let's call it host select new map. We just move this here. No, and put this here. Or to make it cleaner, I'll put this one here. Disconnect this, also disconnect this one, and put this one here. Now let's go back to our branch here. So let's check if this is valid. This widget is valid. Let's change the name, call it WBP or widget, better, to avoid any confusion with other variables. Recompile. Now here, after the branch, let's check if the widget is valid. If it is not valid, which means that it is not which means that it is not spawned, which means that we did not spawn it after the interface. If it is not valid, we go also here, and if it is valid, we cut these. We cut the show mouse cursor and paste it here. Let's get self. Put it here and also here. Now, if we are in the lobby level, so we will check if it is valid or not. For more security, for me, I like to have more security. For more security, let's check. I do not want anything to go wrong, so here, if we are in the lobby level, we need to get rid of this. Get rid of is valid. So let's get game instance, but we need to make sure that this is local controller, this one. So we get the game instance and need to get map number. Sorry, get match number. And if the number is more than 0, make a branch here. The number is more than 0, we go here and set your mouse cursor. And if it is not more than 0, we go and here and hide the mouse cursor and make the input game only. So delete this. So I think this is better and more secure. So that here on begin play, we first check for the name of the level. If it is the lobby level, if it is the lobby level, we check also the match number. If it is more than 0, we show the mouse cursor and make the input UI only. And if it is 0 or below, if it is 0, so we go here and hide the mouse cursor. This is better than relying on if this is valid, because sometimes there is a delay happens, and sometimes we have problems here, and sometimes this load late. So depending on the validity of this widget is not that good. Now let's continue. First, let me test it. I'll pause the video here and show you the result. Let's wait and see. Now I am in the host viewport. I'll stop here and wait for it to load the lobby. Now we'll go to the lobby. Takes 10 seconds. Now we are traveling to the lobby here. Now we have the widget. Let's select map 2 and team deathmatch. Now we will go to the map 2. It is team deathmatch. Now we are finished with this. Now let's do the ability to respawn with a new tank and the ability to choose a new tank in the lobby when we finish the first match. Now let's start by going to the widget and make another widget. To the UI and here choose tank. Let's duplicate this one and make it choose tank in the lobby. Or choose new tank. Choose new tank in the lobby. This will have some changes. So here, first of all, here for the tank index, when we press select, we need to hide this widget and also return the control to the UI, to the game only, and hide the mouse cursor. So we do not need this. This is the main menu on this. Let's delete this and delete this one. Here, set show with the player controller, get player controller, set show mouse cursor. Here the mouse cursor will be disabled, and also set input game only, input mode game only, also the same player controller. After that we remove this widget from the viewport. Also here on the next and back, what will change is that we will send the tank index and save it in the game instance. Also what we need to is to trigger the spawning of the vehicle through the player state. So here in the player state we need to trigger this event, this set tank index, to trigger it in the player state to enable us to view the tank after it is spawning. And also this will save the the tank index for the next level. And you know that the tank index, or sorry, the player state keeps its information after traveling to a new map. So here, let's make an interface. Let's go first, before we go to the interface. Here, let's get player state. Need this one from game player state, and let's go and make an interface. Let's go here to the blueprints interface. Let's duplicate this one and this one. Let's call it choose new tank, and let's open it. First, remove all these variables, we do not need them. Here, change the name to choose new tank. Now let's go to the player state, and here in the class settings, and here in the implemented interfaces, let's search for choose new tank. Choose new tank. Well, wait, so crash. This interface crashed on me 2 times when I tried to implement it in the player state. I think I will remove it and make a new one and change its name also. Where is it? The choose new tank, this one. Let's delete it. Let's make a new interface. First let's save and also update director preferences references, sorry. And let's go back to the interface here and make a new one instead of duplicating it. Here, blueprint interface, let's call it BPI. Well, this crash might not happen to you, but you know, Unreal Engine is moody with crashes. Choose tank in lobby. And here the function, I'll call it choose, well, it should be choose new tank. I'll call it choose tank, because I will also implement this after player death. Let's go to the player state and hope it will not crash on us. Here, choose tank in lobby. Well, everything was okay. Okay, I think the cause was because we duplicated it and something happened. Anyway, now for the choose tank, let's implement the event. Bring it up here. Here, choose tank. Need to activate or run this event. Set tank index. Duplicate it and put it here. And this, like I said, I will also call it when the player dies, and will be able to choose a new tank when the player dies. So now let's go back here in the game mode. Well, we need to do two things. First of all, we need to show the new widget, which is this one. Is it choose new tank? First, before we show it, let's implement the spawning of the tank. So here, let's get player state, and here don't worry about replication because this is always local and the UI. Here, choose tank. Also duplicate this one and put it here. Now this interface, when will be activated, it will go here and activate this event, which will cast to the game instance, and then set the player tank index, and then restart the player tank index here, and then restart the player through the game mode. Yes, the game mode here. First destroy the player, then restart it, and assign the new pawn or the new tank. Now let's implement the widget. How do we do this? Let's go to the game mode, and here, like I said, first let me comment on this. I don't want it to be MS, and this, put this in screen free for all, and screen stats free for all. Let me copy it because I will make the same one for team deathmatch, and here this one for team deathmatch. Let's call it TDM. We will return for team deathmatch later, and I want to change something here and the screen team deathmatch, but not today. I will make a separate video for wrapping up any errors or any imperfections. So here, let's not lose our focus. Here, where is it? here on post login. What did we put our here? I found it here after begin play, and after the branch here we show the widget for the host to choose the new map. So for the we need to show the widget for choosing the new tank for all the players except the host, because the host will first choose a new map, then after choosing the new map he will transfer to the new widget and will be able to choose a new tank. So here let's get game state, this one, and get player array, well today I'm not focusing. Get player array. Here we need a for loop for each loop, and let me transfer this node to here on completed. For the other players, we need first to make sure that the controller here, this is player state, so we need controller, get player controller. Need to check if the player controller, this player controller for the player state, if it is equal or not to the host player controller. So if they are equal, we should not do anything, because we want all the players except the host. Because like I said, the host will be able to choose his new tank after choosing the new level. So here branch and lobby, loop body lobby. Now on the true we'll do nothing, and on the false we will make a new interface. Let's make an interface. The same one, choose map in lobby, but this time I will add a new function. Let's call it show choose tank widget. We did not need any input or output. Let's go back to the game mode. Here first let's implement this in the player controller. On the class settings, here choose tank in lobby. I think we will crash now. Well, nothing happened. I was afraid that it will crash again. So for the interface here, choose tank. Let's implement the event. Here's the event. We need to put it here. Here let's make a custom event. Well, it's either a custom event, or you can find the local branch sometimes not working well, so it's better to add a custom event. Let's call it show choose tank widget. And we do not need this choose tank, we need the show choose tank widget. Make sure here you get this show choose tank widget, the interface. Here the custom event, we want it to be run on owning client and should be reliable, because we want the widget to appear no matter what. Here let's create a widget. Let's look for choose new tank in the lobby. Owning a player will be self. and let's add it to viewport, and that's it. Here let's call this event here show choose tank. Well, let's change the name here to avoid this confusion. Let's call it client show choose tank widget. It is better to avoid any confusion. Client show choose tank widget. And here let's comment on this show choose tank widget in the lobby. Well, let's let this be. Now let's go back to our widget and make sure everything is working fine, like I said here, and I think it is good. And also let's go to the other widget, choose the map widget. Let's open the UI, choose new tank. Where is it? Select map and match. This one here. So here on select, what we need to do is we send the name and the other thing. We send the name first. Before we continue, what I want to do is here on begin play on event construct, I want to set the default data here, the default map name, and also the default match type. So let me duplicate this, because sometimes you do not choose anything, you just wait for the time to finish, because like you want these options, the default options, like you want the free for all and you want the main map one. But if we do not do this on begin play or on event construct, we will what we will choose is the previous map and the previous match type, which will be the previous one, and the previous one will be will not be the same as the default. I hope you understand me now. Let me recap or re-explain. Here on event construct, or when the widget is constructed first, we want to set the default match type and the default main map, because previously in the previous on select we did this, and now we have a timer. If the time it goes to 0, we will transfer to the new map. If we do not choose anything, we will go to the map that we played before, and we will use the match type that we played before. I hope you understand me right now. Also here on selected, on click select, I want also to duplicate this one also here, to make sure that we get the right match type. Sometimes errors happen, so this is better. Now when we select when we press the select button, this one here, we set the values of the game instance for the match type and for the map name. And also what we need to do is to remove this. Before we remove it, we create another widget, owning player will be player controller, and the widget will be choose a new tank in the lobby. and add it to viewport. And before adding it to the viewport, we need to remove the current widget from parent. Let me just reroute this line. Now let me explain. I hope you understand me. Now when we press select, we will save the map name and the match type in the game instance. Also we will create a new widget, which is the widget for choosing a new tank. Then we will remove the current widget and add the new widget to the viewport. Now let's go and test. First let's look to the game mode, and before we test, let's here we need this interface. To implement this interface, event show choose tank widget here in the game mode. Here get the player controller, show choose tank widget. Now I think we are good, and let's start and test. Let me change the size of this one. I will host a game. It will be let it free for all. Leave it. And find. I will pause now, and I will record when we reach the next lobby. Now we will wait for 5 seconds. Now we will have the end screen, and after 10 seconds we will transfer to the new or to the lobby. Now for the host here will have the choose map widget, and the clients here will have the choose tank widget. And after the host, now, well, it didn't work. Let me just here select. Also, it doesn't work. Let's see why. Well, we have this here. We forgot we showed the choose tank widget here on true. What we want to do is we want to put it on false. My bad, sorry. Now let's test again. Before we test again, let me increase the lobby timer. I want to have freedom when choosing the I will make the here I will set the timer here. I will increase its the timer when we try to choose a new map, and also a new tank here. I will set the lobby timer to, let's make it maybe 1 minute 60 seconds. It's better. So let's go and retest. I'll pause it here and return when we reach the new lobby. We just find. Now let's wait to go to the new map or to the lobby. Now we are transferring. Well, what's happening? Why it's not showing? Let's test the host first. I'll press select. We change next. Well, why I can't choose? Let's see why. Hello. Well, the problem was for the widget not showing for the player controllers because here on begin play the players were not ready. So here we need to add a delay to either we add a delay or we check if they are valid, if every one is valid. But for me, I will add a delay here, which is better. Here a delay for 1 second. We will put a delay here because on begin play, immediately on begin play, this array will have only one index, and this array will have only one player state, which will be the index number 0, which is the host only. So we need to put a delay of 1 second to permit this array to be filled with the players connected. And later on I will change the way to choose tanks and to be more secured, and this will be in the later video. Now let's test, and also let's fix the tank not being able to spawn, which is here. Let's change the choose tank here. Choose tank, we need an input, will be an integer, will be the tank index, because we need to pass the tank index. So let's go to the widget, choose new tank widget here. Here let's pass this tank index, because we need to pass the tank index immediately, because the interface is faster than the cast. So when we go here to the player controller, also to the player state, here this will have to do a cast and then take the tank index, and like I said, our interface is faster, so the game instance was not updated. So here we will I will get rid of this, and I will immediately go to the restart player and server set tank index. So like I said, the interface is faster, and I think let me go to the tank game instance. I think, well, okay, now let's test. Here we made the tank in the choose tank, we passed the tank index that is selected in the widget to the server set tank index, and then we called the restart player. Now let's test. Here I made the time shorter so that we do not lose a lot of time when we test. Let's find join and join here. That is 5 seconds only. Now we will go to the first map. Then it is also 5 seconds. Now this will be 1 second, and we will go to the new map, or the lobby map. Now in the lobby map here, well, let me just test the host. Now we have the tanks changing. Now let's see why. Let's go to the game mode, why the widget did not appear. I think we need to give it more delay, maybe 2 seconds. Like I said, I will change this method later. with the better one. We just go to the player controller and make sure everything works okay. Now on the beginning play, well, we do not have anything that is interfering with our code. We just comment on this. Choose new map after finishing the game. Now let's go and test again. I'll pause the video here. Okay, now it is working, but we forgot to do another thing. What we forgot to do is here in the show choose tank widget. Here we need to set show mouse cursor to make it true. We need to make it true, and also set input UI only. And connect this to the widget on focus. Player controller will be self. Now let's test again. I will pause the video also. Now here let's test for the client. Now we can change to a new tank also here. Well, the other client cannot change. Why? Let me here for the host. Let's change it to the team deathmatch and change the tank to T72 also. Let me go to the other here. Let me change. Well, what is this tank doing here? Let's see. Well, let's see what's the problem. Okay, here we we forgot to set the tank index in the game instance. So let's delete this. The spawn. Also the tanks that we saw flying was because of this. So here let's go to the game instance, and so here we need to set tank index. Forgot to set it, so that we got the error, and not the error, we got the Abrams tank every time. Also hit duplicate this, set tank index also here. Now let's make sure everything is okay. Here on select we do nothing. Let's test again. Now here let's first here select team deathmatch and change the map. As for the host, let's change it to T72. Now let's go to the other client. Also let's change it to T72. Now for the other client also Here let's change it also to T72. Well, it doesn't work here. Now let's see if we spawn the correct tanks, and we'll fix what's happening with the third client on the next video, because the video is becoming too long. But now let's see if it's working for the next map. Let's see now. Well, now it is working for the client and the other player, let's say. And let me try to test here, maybe why it is not working. Okay, I will stop here, and in the next video I will fix what's happening with the third client, and then we will continue with making our tank game. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.